I wanted to play a game called Slay the Princess. I think it's not super long, but it's kind of like this like gothic storytelling, choices matter visual novel, but like psychological horror type of game, I think. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews. Slay! Overwhelmingly positive reviews. And it was released in October 23rd of, holy crap, last year. I can't believe it's 2024. That is crazy. It's 2024. Whew. That is weird. Horror in January, we're 2 months late. That's weird. 2024. Okay, let's do this. Library, play. Your brain is stuck in 2020. 22 more years until I can retire. Content warning. This is a horror game and it is not intended for all audiences. Flickering image effects as well as a parallax effect that on rare occasions has caused motion sickness in players. Oh, you can disable them. Okay, that's good. Game audio. Here we go. Boom, boom. V-Lane! Happy New Year! Thank you for the 41 months. Welcome back. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Nice Scoobs. Happy New Year. Okay. Preferences. Let's take a lookie. Let's do it. Should we turn these all off? See, guys, it's a love story. Hi, Fran. Happy New Year. What is a boil effect? What does that mean? I guess we'll see. People get boils. I'm sure this is pretty straightforward, so... Let's go. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We must slay. Explore the end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a wow, there's a lot of choices. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to... Off a monarch. Vive la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
How can a princess locked away in the basement end the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only... Oh. Holy crap, there's a lot of options.
don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here.
Yeah.
Just get in there and do what
This game
needs
has
to be
too
done.
many choices.
We're all counting on you.
What do you mean we're all counting on you? Just slay the damn princess yourself, bro.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Slay her.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Doomed.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Another early stream, yes. Actually, let me wait a little bit because the ads are playing. The ads are playing. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. The early streams continue to be degen streams. Yo, actually though, that is really funny. Is your eye okay? Oh, it's a lot better after I started using the antibiotic and steroid eye drops. Ever since yesterday, actually, it's been a lot better. Like a lot better. And it seems like my allergies have also kind of gone down. I don't know if it was just like, what happened to your eye? Oh, I kind of wrote about it in my announcements. Good morning. Mace! Happy New Year! Thank you for the 106 months. Welcome back. The optometrist was like, she's like, so, you love your cats, huh? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you know, I do think you might be allergic to them. And I'm like, yeah. It's okay, though. I think I have like a mild allergy. Nothing crazy, but probably something. Okay, let's continue.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Slay!
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any
Oh, my.
visitors. Come on down.
Oh my.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
Happy New Year, Phantom.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I'm here to slay you. I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten your grip or drop it.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Oh, I can kill her right now? Slay the princess!
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on
I just
bone where your
died.
jaw has been fractured.
That's crazy.
Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job, give up. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here, either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there?
Ew.
If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
Raiden.
This was fun.
Huh?
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
Huh?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, okay. I'm dead now. What the hell? That was it. I died in the first chapter, guys.
You're
GG.
on a path in the woods,
What?
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Guys, it's still Tuesday.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
No way. Wait. But I died. I already slew the princess. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Lies.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Winning.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Squabbling.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her. And yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
The narrator is pretty sassy.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Good morning.
Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters.
Okay, one sec. Let me feed Ari real quick. 1 second. It's so cold in my place. Let me turn up the heat real quick. Good morning, James. Good morning, good morning.
I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Awaits. Proceed. Go. Go.
A warning before you go any further.
Uh-huh.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Ever?
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
What if we're just like always violent? We just like kill her every time. No talk, only kill.
The cabin is tighter than its exterior would suggest.
Oh, this one's,
Its cold
it's a little
stone
different.
walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
See?
I
Even
woke
the
up and
cabin
chose
has the right
violence
idea.
today.
Let's get moving.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What about the mirror?
That's because there isn't a mirror.
Huh?
There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There isn't. You already wasted so much time in the woods. Who even cares if there's a mirror?
I care.
As do I. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
It's a mirror.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your
Whoa, why
hand
do I look like
against the
this?
cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to
Weird.
fighting.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. The world is depending on you. You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Huh?
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight.
Slay.
As you descend the
Whoa,
final step,
she's different.
the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us. And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
Hey,
I'm
yo.
going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
Okay, fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time. Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
You look different.
You look exactly the same.
Do I?
Oh, I remember you all right. Best 3
Hey,
minutes
yo.
of my life. So, why don't we do it again?
See? She
Hey,
wants
yo.
to fight us again. There's no reason for us to stand around talking.
He only lasted 3 minutes. That's crazy.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There.
Huh.
Unpacking done.
Is that it?
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Huh?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Free her? You aren't. I don't know why I'm even bothering, to be honest. You know the stakes of the situation.
Who says I want to be free?
Huh? What do you want?
I want the two of us to fight to the death. I want to feel your knife split my flesh. And I want to hear your bones snap beneath my fists. Is that really too much to ask?
Yeah. Especially that
Oh,
last
God.
Don't be such a coward.
I'm just being cautious. If it comes to violence, we can find a way to deal with her that doesn't involve throwing our life away. I'd rather not die again, and I find it deeply
Happy New
disturbing that
Year.
you seem to relish the thought of it.
Because it doesn't matter if we die again. It'll just be another opportunity to have the fight of our life.
We don't know that for sure, and I'd rather not bet on it.
And why not? You decided what to do with me quickly enough last time. Are you scared I'm going to kill you again? Maybe you're worried I'll put you down for good this time. If you want to talk, I guess I can talk. But you should come a little closer first.
Why? Why can't we just...
Blade held tight in your hand, you take a cautious step towards the princess. You stop a few feet short of her reach, her chains taut as she stares down at you. She's a lot bigger than I thought she was.
Why do you sound so scared? We can take her.
Well, what do you want? Because every second we waste talking is a second we could spend killing each other instead.
Spar a little? I'm not going to fight you. Why do you want us to kill each other?
Why wouldn't I want that? Why don't you want that? It felt good last time. It felt right. And it makes sense.
Why does it make sense?
We don't. Because I know why we're here. We're here to kill each other.
We're here to kill each other. It sounds like she doesn't care if she dies here. Maybe we can use that to our advantage.
How boring. I'm not interested in watching you try and outwit her. I'm interested in overpowering her. We shouldn't need to use any dirty little tricks to win.
And then what? I'm still going to want to coat these walls in our blood. I know what I am. I don't need answers.
If all you want to do is fight me, does that mean you won't end the world?
The world? If there's a world, I haven't seen it. There's you, and there's me, and there's the ground beneath our feet.
So she doesn't know anything about ending the world.
Why would I care about ending something I've never seen?
Huh.
What are you trying to do? Do you think pacifism is going to win her over? Because it won't.
Right? This isn't fun. This isn't interesting. It's
The
pathetic
narrator is
and cowardly
weird.
and boring.
Oh, you tease. I can't believe you'd go through all the trouble to bring a knife down here and then refuse to use it. Let's see if you still feel that way once I start beating you.
She's still bound by those
Oh.
chains. All we have to do is take a step back and she won't be able to do anything to us. All that does is put the two of you at another impasse. You can't stall forever.
Do you really think those chains will stop her? She's not the type to hand out empty threats. She's honest. It's what makes her so interesting.
Interesting. Okay. The ad break is playing. I'm gonna go blow dry my hair a little bit, dude. It's making me so cold. Be right back. Be right back. Yeah, I don't know. The princess and the narrator are a little... Well, the narrator is kind of sussy, but I don't know what to, like, think of it yet. It's so cold. Ah. Cold, 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 cold. Brr. Brr. Wait, did you guys hear my air blow dryer? My mic literally picks up everything. Alright, let's continue.
But she has to be bluffing, right? If she isn't bluffing, then why is she still... You step back as she steps forward, her bindings creaking ominously.
Hello, Jessica. Happy New Year.
And then they snap.
Oh, okay.
It was only a matter of time. But she's loose.
Oh, amazing.
Dear Lord, what do we do? You took the blade. How about you use it?
What if I don't use it?
Exactly. We do what I've been telling you to do since the second we got here. We fight her, we kill her, we win.
We don't win, though.
I suppose there isn't your numb body view, is there? You stand your ground as the princess thunders across the basement floor, her shoulders tucked low as her fierce, unblinking gaze locks onto yours. You don't see the impact, and you can't say for sure if you even feel it.
Ew.
But you hear your bones splinter, and you can feel your feet leave the floor as you're hurled bodily into the unflinching stone wall.
We're fine.
Are we fine? Are we really?
Are we?
No, you're obviously not fine.
Your body is broken.
Your body
No.
is broken.
Enough games. Pick up that knife and fight me.
Your eyes, swimming with a concussed delirium, look down in confusion at your now empty hands. It takes you a moment to drag your vision across the floor before you manage to pick it out amongst the stalagmites littering the basement. It's sitting.
Here, let me lend you a hand.
Oh? Oh.
She bends to the floor and pinches the tip of the weapon between her fingers. She stares down at it in mocking disgust before hurling it towards you. It lands at your feet with a pathetic, tinny clatter.
I can't get up.
Stop moping, you're fine. Now get up.
I can't get up.
What are you made of? Tissue paper? I didn't hit you that hard. Is this a trick? Are you tricking me? Because why would you? Why wouldn't you? Ah!
The princess's shoulders tense with fury as she storms towards you. You can see her face flush, her knuckles going white as she clenches her fists, her entire body trembling with a burning rage.
I guess they did have tissue paper.
Can't believe you're making me watch this.
I keep seeing TikTok ads for this game. Is it good? This is my first time playing, so I have no idea. It's pretty fun so far. I like the storytelling and the voice acting, narration.
Fine. If you want to die like a pathetic little worm, you can die like a pathetic little worm.
I guess I'll see you all next time. She reaches down and grabs you by the throat, lifting your limp form and slamming it forcefully against the wall. Her eyes twitch as her grip tightens around your neck.
Oh god.
She sure is taking her time, isn't she?
Why? Why are you letting me do this? Why are you making me do this? Why won't you fight back?
More to this than if letting you kill me is how I can show you that it's worth it. I care about you, and I don't want to hurt you anymore.
Care about me? But what is that supposed to mean? If you cared about me, you'd fight me. You'd understand, but why are you trying to make me think?
Her grip hardens. You feel a horrific pop in your neck.
Oh.
She releases you, your numb body crumpling to the stone floor as your vision starts to fade.
What am I supposed to do without you?
Oh. Oh?
I guess I'll see you all next time. I can say that now, right? We're dead? Great. I can't wait to be stuck in this useless body all over again. I won't be seeing you, but I suppose something like me will. Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die.
Chapter 3, The Fury.
You're on a path in the woods.
Ew.
And at the end of that path, oh you bloody fool, am I the only one here who actually listened to her? She wants a fight. And we're not gonna give it to her. It's funnier if we don't. You think what happened last time was funny? I thought we were breaking a cycle of violence. I thought we were practicing pacifism in the face of mortal peril. I thought we were being brave. Heroic, even. We're a deep and multifaceted being. Who's to really say that your thing and my thing can't peacefully coexist? I'm just saying, doing it for a laugh takes away from the moment. It was a good moment. Oh, will both of you just shut up? Make me
You like the
rage,
size
boy.
of my cup.
Well, this is just great. Let me cut to the chase. Clearly, you've already been here.
Clearly.
Yeah, you think? What does here even mean, though? You've told us about the path of the princess and all of that already, but this is a very different path than the last one. That's a good point. Everything here is a little
It's like melting.
off. Yes, precisely. And if you'd given me 2 seconds to finish my thought, I would have said that. Oh, you're actually letting me talk now. Great. If you've already been here, it means you've seen things you aren't supposed to have seen, and you know things that you aren't supposed to know. This doesn't look like a path in the woods if reality seems distorted. It's because reality is distorted. So you knew this could happen. You knew we'd be able to restart like this. I know all sorts of things, which is why you should listen to me.
I don't trust the narrators still.
That's not really an answer. Look, if the world around you is changing, especially all the way out here, then that means you're nearing the point of no return. Whatever happens next, that's it. There won't be any more do-overs. So you'd better take things seriously. I can't. Anything I say at this point is far more likely to accelerate the unraveling of this place than it is to actually help you do your job. In fact, I probably shouldn't have even said that.
I trust that if you've been here before, it means you know how dangerous she is, and that you know I'm not lying to you about her. Really? That's it? That's all we're getting out of you? If he thinks reality is about to end, how about we just let it happen? Wouldn't that be interesting? I think that would be interesting.
I think that'd be interesting too.
Do you actually want to see the end of everything, or do you just not want to fight her? Bit of both. I get it. You're conflicted. You've been through a lot, but I really have to be firm here. I will tell you one thing, which is that even now you are capable of stopping her and saving the world from ruin. You always have been, and you always will be. Do with that what you will.
Turn around and leave.
Then what happens? Have you even been listening? It's the end is what happens. Yeah, but is there something after the end? How am I supposed to know? The end means finality. It's not like I can just peek on over to the other side and tell you what it's like there, if there even is a there. Isn't it your job to know things?
True.
Maybe we need a better narrator who can actually answer our questions. It's my job to guide you through your task and to state the facts of what's happening. That hardly requires omniscience. And besides, I'm the best you're going to get, because I'm the only one here who can do my job. 100? Where are you getting that number? We're talking 4, maybe 5 directions tops. At least for now. I'm sure I can come up with more if you give me enough time. I don't think you have much to worry about. You're still the one in charge here, and I don't think that's ever going to change.
Alright, to the cabin we
We're all on the
squishy.
same page. It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up at the cabin on the hill. You'll find the princess within, as I'm sure you already know. End her. That's it? No final words of advice? I'd rather not waste any more time. I'm sure that any advice I'd give at this point is something you've already heard. Don't be so hard on yourself. We all wind up in creative ruts now and then. I'm sure if you put your mind to it, you could think of something worth telling us.
Alright. To the cabin we go.
The interior of the cabin is a place that feels long forgotten. There was once an elegance to its construction, carved marble columns holding a high arched roof, vaulted windows letting in the weak starlight.
Ew.
But that is how it was. Now there is a growth
Hi,
that has
Shady.
overtaken it. A viscous fluid seeps from cracks in the stone walls, and it congeals into chaotic streaks of writhing nerves and wet clumps of living meat.
Ew.
That's horrible. I think it's kind of nice. Makes the room feel alive, doesn't it? The only furniture of note is a pulsating pedestal, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. We'll need it if we want to do things right. I say we leave it to rust.
Good morning.
Take it. We're going into this prepared. A mirror? There is no mirror. There's I don't know what to tell you. There isn't a mirror because I would know if there was a mirror. You're either seeing things or you're confused on the definitions of door and mirror. Or you're seeing things. That seems far more
I've
likely.
died twice?
What are you trying to say exactly? It means you're hallucinating.
Am I?
It went away after we touched it last time. Let's just do it again. You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it. As if you don't see it. You really don't, do you? How strange. It really is just like last time. Are we really hallucinating? Why here? Why now? Does it matter if it's actually real or not? Talking about it gets under his skin. That's all that matters. We should talk about it even more. Let's just smash it and get it over with. I'm ready to get violent.
I'm ready to get violent.
We won't be able to see what's in there if we smash it. Do whatever you want with it. The mirror isn't real, so how you handle it doesn't matter, aside from wasting dangerous amounts of time. You reach forward and drag your hand across the door leading to the basement.
As if on command, it slowly slides open, scraping against the stone floor, its ancient hinges moaning as it reveals the dim path ahead. Why am I not surprised? You step forward.
I
into
might
the
like
darkness.
flip-flop between late night and early. We'll see. We'll see.
The stairs leading down to the basement are at once both narrow and grandiose. A high-vaulted ceiling stretches up into a gloom beyond your sight, while walls wet with tumorous growths press in uncomfortably at your sides. You feel both unprotected and trapped, at once exposed and claustrophobic.
The air is thick, its odor an oppressive violence, the metallic scent of fresh blood twisting with the nauseating embers of charred remains. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, a bellowing rage, roars up the stairs.
So you've returned after denying me the salvation of combat? Are you here to gloat? Are you here to mock what I've become? Do you think that if you let me kill you enough times, I'll suddenly soften and repent for sins that live solely in your head? Well, we've tried that, haven't we? Now come down and see what your refusal has done to me. See how much you can bear to witness the consequences of your actions.
What the hell is happening?
Well, sounds like we got to her last time. Let's keep pushing, see what else we can make happen. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. The chamber's walls are painted in blood, a deep, sickening red that drips down in clotted streams onto the charred corpses that make up its floor. This place reeks of torment, of ripped skin and burning bone.
Ew.
The princess stands in its center, muscles flayed and bare and weeping, draped in a tattered dress of her own skin.
Ew.
Her heart beats from its place in her open chest.
Holy.
Do you know what I'm going to do to you?
Mommy?
There's
Whoa.
not so much a moment of hesitation before she steps forward. Her chains pull taut, holding fast as she strains against them. The cuff around her wrist digs deeper into her skin. Blood drips from the place where metal meets flesh.
Ew.
And then, with a nauseating sound, the skin tears. It plops to the ground, and she pulls her red, glistening arm free from her bindings.
That's she's kinda going hard right now.
She is loose,
Holy
and she
fuck.
is coming for you. She wants us to be afraid because she wants us to think she can make us suffer. Don't give her the
pretty
satisfaction. That's right, no fear. She's bigger than the last time, but she's pulling herself apart. She's practically done most of the work for us. We don't even have a weapon. It doesn't matter. I refuse to go out any way that isn't kicking and screaming.
I'm sorry.
If you're sorry, then you'll stand and fight. I don't want a sniveling coward. I want to squeeze the life out of a ferocious heart.
She bounds across the room, her fists ready, her heart set upon your destruction. With a horrifying squelch, you are unwound.
Oh god.
I hope you weren't planning on dying. We're going to make this last forever. Huh. I feel cold. I've never felt cold before.
Oh god. Oh. Oh. What happened? True to her word, you do not die by her hand. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go?
Where'd she go?
Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? I'm begging you, don't do this. It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Screw the mirror, we just need to find the princess.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. It's me! Why do I look like that? Oh shit. I'm at the cabin. Oh god.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel. I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more. I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
What in the gourd did I just walk in on? I don't know.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is desecration. She placed the weight of her agony on you, yet it is she who unwound herself. But there is passion and empathy in her misery. She will make for a burning heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally found peace. You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us. I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free. I know only that they are. How can the world have ended if we are talking? She is part of me, and part of me is her. You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends? You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you. Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Interesting. Interesting.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home. I have not lived. I am not afraid to die. Everything, until we meet again. Then we will be here forever, as we are now, unfinished, dry, hollow. You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold. How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling.
Stubborn dude,
and
contradiction
unilluminated.
dude, and the narrator that does not change perspective at all. Yeah.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Ooh. Everything goes dark and you die. Very good. We're back. Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Still
And in the basement of
Tuesday.
that cabin
It's
is a
still
princess.
Tuesday. 1 sec, the ads are playing. Guys, it's still Tuesday. How's this possible? How can it be a subathon if it ends up being the same day after the end of today? It's still Tuesday.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Interesting. I don't think I need any of this stuff, right?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Why not?
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right? Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman, or a miller, or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
What if I leave?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Interesting. Hi, Ola. New game, yes.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong.
There we go.
Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Okay.
How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
That's crazy.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
It's okay. Maybe everyone should die. True.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Nope,
Oh,
we're
would
back.
you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess. There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Interesting.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start
Whoa.
to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is
This
a
is
path
actually so
and
freaky.
a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin.
That just gave me
An
goosebumps.
infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me
Hi, Delta.
than you do about the fate of the world.
Still cabin.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend
Whoa.
aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Really? Interesting.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
So she really did end that world because I didn't go and slay her. But she's gonna slay me anyways. Okay, let me go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Oh, it's the voice of the contrarian.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind. The cabin interior
Oh, this one's
is
different.
wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a
True.
knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that. Not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Well, we're not...
And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen
Hi,
if
Ellen.
we
Welcome back for the
lose
85
ourselves?
months. Thank you for the sub. That's true. She is gonna suffocate us with her thighs.
Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
True.
I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task. The door to the
What
basement
the
creaks
heck?
open, revealing a web of branching staircases
This
all
is
built
very
from
different.
unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of
Ew.
indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Oh, this is different.
Hello?
Oh.
Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
What?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
That sounds so cursed.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Center, soft stairs, harsh stairs. I don't know. Harsh.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air
Ew.
around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold. Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths
no.
puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
Whoa.
Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish,
Oh my god, he's losing
until
details
the
in
only
the
things
drawings.
experienced are the endless
What
repeating
the heck?
patterns and emotions of the
Chibble!
journey. A continuous
What
march
the-
forward to a destination long forgotten.
Thank you so much for the 100 gifties. Thank you. If you guys got gifted by Chibble today and yesterday night, or by Choco, or by Chris, make sure you thank them for gifting. Holy crap. Holy crapola. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. What the heck? You're too kind. Thank you so much. Oh my god, my chat's popping off from the stream element. It's still going. It's going. I think it just stopped. The timer didn't go up. This is not a sumathon. Thank
Consumption and
you.
betrayal.
Have a good day at work.
Skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as
Are you just going to stand there?
Oh, what the? Hey, what's up, girl?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but
Thank you.
also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Iron Jesus.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass, we remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Normal enough. What's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really. You can call me Princess, if you'd like.
What the fuck?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again.
Can we put her
Can we
back?
put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah,
Let him
we've been here
stew.
before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until...
Now there are two of her. Oh, whoa.
Until?
Until?
It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them.
Unthink.
If it's not already too
Unthink
late.
it, chat.
You have
We
a
must
job to do here,
unthink
and
it.
you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I was pulled apart and put back together.
What, like you need me to hold your hand and tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we?
Oh, God.
There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But
Hi,
at least
Sad.
now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
Oh, God.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago.
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to
Oh,
us
yeah,
if we
those
have to go back
stairs.
through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it.
You'll have to go and get it.
Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
True.
Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
Itch. Make another one. You're apparently that I'm gonna get it. I don't know what. Try and free her.
Maybe it's because I'm dangerous. But you know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it. Don't be coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Monka.
This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her. Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
I only have one choice.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride.
Happy New Year, son.
You can feel yourself rupture.
Rupture?
The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in
Dude, am I the
incomprehensibly many
princess?
directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts
Ew.
of us that are dead, and the others they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
Bro, the voices.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Ew. Okay, ad break playing. I'll be right back. Bum, 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 bum. Got a little bit of sausage. Alright, let's continue. I'll do my best. Ah! It ain't her, it ain't her. When everything is possible, nothing is. But you'll never know if she hears your reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go?
But where
Should we
did she
try
go?
and find her? And is that a mirror?
It's a mirror.
Why is it here? Why now? What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. He's just messing with us, right?
Oh my god. We're back here again? You've grown. I've grown? Is that good?
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same. Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread. Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me. Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward. With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself. These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths unwalled. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves. There is a hurt that dwells in them, but they are not me. They are thoughts and perspectives. They are feelings that inform my being. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before.
You know, she actually says a lot of things that are applicable to life, if you really think about it.
I cannot be as I was before. There are new spaces that I must fill.
The message is actually really good.
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
What is the message? Well, she talks about how like you can't change, or it's like breaking down yourself in ways is to remold yourself and to change. And she also talks about how everything is basically like a learning experience. Like it doesn't matter like it's like all different perspectives, you know, each path you take. Marcel, thank you for the tier 3 sub. Welcome back for 103 months. She's pretty much just talking about life, you know, and change. and getting to know yourself in different ways. Bringing different
You're on a path
experiences
in the
back
woods.
to yourself.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
What if we just go?
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
You're welcome. Oh my god, it's so blurry.
The interior of the
Oh.
cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. The door to the basement
normal
creaks
again.
open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Yeah, we went back to the
You're
true
playing a
chapter
dangerous
one.
game by coming here unarmed. Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
I think
There's
I'm
a
here
heavy
to slay
chain
you.
around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Should we talk or examine? That's interesting. I haven't like gone back to this first area yet, and this is new, so we could be
Only
nice.
making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Nope.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Huh?
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh,
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Happy New Year.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the
Fuck,
blade
that's
like
true.
you were supposed to.
Hi, Swan.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her
Jesus!
mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you.
I did
The clang
not
of
expect
bouncing
that.
metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Okay.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Dude.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm
Dude,
dripping rhythmically to the
She's
ground.
metal.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Oh, okay.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
The narrator's evil.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Wait, why?
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
What the heck? No, I don't want to. Warn her, warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Huh?
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony.
Oh, okay.
But you are...
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again,
Oh, God.
and again, and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Dude.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it?
Just be stab,
A
stab,
stab wound
stab.
is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Ugh.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Wasn't there a
Everything
lady
goes
that
dark,
did like a... Was it a lady
and you
that did the
die.
28 stab wounds? Good afternoon, Raymond. The damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay her. A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
If only you knew what you did
Whoa,
to us,
voice of
you
the smitten.
villain.
Excuse me?
There's a new voice.
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love.
Last time? What are you talking about?
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart.
When can you
My
wonder? Thank you for the
passions
5
are too great
months.
to
Thank
be
you for the sub.
stifled.
Welcome back.
They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Hello.
The interior
Ooh,
of the
this one's
cabin is
different.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting
Hi,
a
Titanium.
royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight,
I dyed
we
my hair a
need
while
an
ago.
equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge.
True.
There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Interesting.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed
different.
carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, this one's a little
Her
different.
voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time.
I think we're in love.
I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock
Oh, she's
eyes
still
with the
a normal-looking
princess.
princess.
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're
We're
dashing.
dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't
Hell
it?
yeah.
Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
Yep.
That's right, villain. And you killed us.
Well, she killed us.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her
Dude,
off her
the
feet
voice.
and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold
voice
on.
of
If
the
she
smitten.
actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince
Hi,
us
Merlin.
otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's
Happy
lost
New Year,
it.
Merlin.
Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Huh.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him,
Have a good day at
always
work,
trying
Scoots.
to drive her to violence. Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains.
We could just
Good
cut
luck
her
with
arm out
that.
again, right?
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains.
Unless?
If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already? Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts. Ah, so you're one of those empiricists. One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free
Narrator.
our beloved from her bite.
Narrator. Edge is playing. I'm gonna tie my hair up a little bit. Ow, 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 ow. The freaking staple just stabbed me. Dude. I've been like randomly hurting myself today. So disoriented. Yeah. Hello, Engatma. Ouchie indeed. I think it's fine though. It didn't. Oh, it just scraped me a little. It didn't really go. It didn't really go in. TOS. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? No, my glasses were new from a while ago. I got new glasses like a few weeks ago. Just like... Oh, actually, yeah, it's just entirely new. The frames are new and everything is new. Resolution. Owie. Resolution. I don't know. Everything I think about is so generic. Or like it's so like they feel so like forehead. But I guess I would say do things that make me happy. Yeah. That's about it. Alright, let's continue. Take over the world.
No,
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? Yes.
Yes.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic
Oh my god,
depths, and if you
we'll
try
end our own lives?
anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Ooh,
You wouldn't.
you wouldn't.
I would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Oh.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps
Oh.
up and smothers
Oh my,
you in a
mommy.
joyful embrace.
She's got some
Ugh.
boobas.
Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat?
You know what we'll do if you try it.
You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
What do you want
Let
to
me
do?
guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
Smash. Smash?
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Yeah.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Aww. Something isn't right here, I'm sorry. If you want to leave, then let's leave.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers, you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor, and with it tumbles the last hope for the entire world.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
True.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand.
Yay.
Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see.
Oh,
Isn't
no.
that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Oh.
That's a familiar move.
Oh no.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
True. I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together.
Blech.
Blech.
And The lock clicks, and the door.
Whoa! It
open.
opens!
Are you kidding me? I told you our love was
Our love is
insurmountable.
insurmountable. Hell yeah.
You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
Your love will set you free. Romantic haze.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Oh no.
Where did everything go?
Oh no.
Where did he go?
Oh no.
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy
Oh,
supposed
no.
to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh no. Goodbye. Another version of our princess.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Give her back.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That
Preen.
can't hurt, right? Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
Good morning, twins.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
Decay, you've withered. I've withered? Why did I wither? Oh no. I thought I was supposed to grow, not wither away.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit, even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul. It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me? It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be, but that doesn't make any of them less special.
What if I destroy my body? What happens if I destroy my body?
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
I'm assuming if a loving vessel bring the damsel to her. Interesting.
You're on a path in the wood. You're
Okay,
here.
I'm gonna speed run some of this stuff. What if I do this?
That's the spirit.
I guess I just
You make your way up the We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Okay.
The interior of the
This
blade.
is the same again. Let's take the blade this time. Okay.
The door to the base. Her voice.
Who's there?
Oh, it's...
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you.
let's do just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
Mommy's back this time. It's different.
You walk down the stairs and lock up. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
What about... I'm just here to talk now.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat.
She makes a compelling. Don't you dare.
Okay,
It's
I'll
fine.
drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just... talk.
Against your better judgment,
Hi,
you
Zack
step
Attacker.
forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed.
Okay, this is different from the first time I went to
We'll
her.
be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
Chill! Thank you so much for the 4 months. Welcome back.
Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Oh? There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Monka.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
I was hoping you'd tell me. No, but I'm sure they have their reasons. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free. Fine. What do you want to know? Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty.
She always
Any
says this,
honorific
though.
should do, really.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her. You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
her sharp eyes
Oh,
settle on
God.
the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right?
Wait, cutting her arm out again?
She is. I'm sure of it.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
Okay.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit. We can get to know each other while I decide what to do. Keep her locked anyway.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Let's try to let her go again.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall. They're large and heavy, far too solid.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful.
Okay.
Whoever locked the princess up.
Let's try... And if there isn't a key, do you have any besides cutting you out of here? I'm going to check that maybe there's key lime. Okay, I'm going to try checking.
I'll be here.
You attempt
It's
to
gonna
make
lock
your
the
way
door,
out of the
right?
basement. Is someone else here?
Yeah.
You
Try
try
the
the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Hey,
Your
let me out.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Ew.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment, you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings,
same
the
again.
princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess
Oh, this is
approaches
the
the bottom...
same.
Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me. Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward. Stop it.
Is this just the same?
The blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
Oh, she kills
She
me
steps
anyways.
forward and pries the blade,
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
and then she slits your throat with an
Oh,
almost
okay.
clinical ease.
She doesn't stab me a billion times.
Her face remains unchanged
She
as
just
she watches you
kills
collapse
you in
to
one
the
fell
ground,
swoop.
blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
The prisoner.
You're on a path you're here to slay. A terrible sense of... Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Voice of
I
the
wouldn't trust a
skeptic.
word out of his mouth. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, and as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you...
Alright, let's go to the cabin.
She will lie. Yes, don't believe a word. Did you just... No, I didn't. Just ignore this.
Okay, let's go.
The interior of the cabin is lesser,
We've seen
cozy
this one
woodland
before.
retreat. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What is history?
You walk... What are you talking about? You reach forward and... But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone.
I don't think the
If he
mirror...
doesn't want us to know about it, it must be
Let's take
you
the
take
blade
good idea.
again. And enter the basement.
The door to the basement, her voice, harsh but...
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Sounds like the same mommy.
Does she remember us? You walk down
Oh,
the stairs
this
and
is
lock
different.
eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she
She's
moves.
never had one
The
around
chains
both of her
binding
arms
both her
and
wrists
her
to the
neck.
far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Okay.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Interesting. Edge! There's an edge! One sec. Sit where you were told to sit. Let's
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me? Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Oh my god.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
I'm just gonna have to kill her.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests. No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Oh god.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Or maybe you should consider the most likely scenario. She's
gonna
bluffing
cut her
so
own
she can
head off.
disarm you.
She's gonna do it, chat.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
So, what should we do?
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
The pros and cons.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you. That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. And whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Give her the knife.
Slide it over.
No, absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
Do you think this will work? Interesting that you're only having us remain in place. It's almost like there are very real limits to your power.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The world ends if we fail, right?
Her killing us might not be our only failure state, if you catch my meaning.
I don't know where you're going with this. Could you explain? Yes, explain it.
Sure. I'm insinuating that we could kill ourselves. Ruin this whole thing.
You wouldn't.
I'm not afraid of dying. Are you?
A little. You got your point across. Fine. You slide the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly, as she raises the blade to her throat. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she saws through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way
Not the
through her
vertebra.
neck. I'll be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Huh. So that's her play.
Killing herself?
She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
Why is she winking at me?
Her head
Oh, God.
twists
Oh,
slowly
God.
to the
Oh.
side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet.
Oh.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back,
We put it
please?
back.
Tell me we can put it back.
We can put the head back.
The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead. Congratulations! You saved the world.
Are you sure she's not winking at us?
Obviously not. She is thoroughly deceased. I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
We should take her with us, don't you think?
What? No, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that?
I can think of lots of reasons. A trophy.
A trophy?
Proof of our victory.
Just
Hell,
bring her
we could even
severed
give her
head
a proper
around as a
burial.
trophy. That's
She
good.
did save the world, right?
You don't need proof. You don't need a trophy, and she doesn't deserve a burial. Just leave.
Even after all that, you're still not satisfied, are you? Something is still motivating you to keep things the way you want them.
I'm just eager to put this all behind us and give you your reward. Stop reading into things. The danger has passed. You can relax.
I'm just keeping myself sharp. I'm not so eager to put my guard down.
I am. I'm on team, let's put this all behind us, so can we leave already?
Take the princess with you. Tempting.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Did you see that?
Oh,
I could have sworn she moved.
she moved.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself? Do I need to explain to you why decapitation is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Well played.
Talking heads free a prisoner.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. It's already... over? Is he gone?
He's gone again.
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all.
End of
Maybe it was
his.
just the end of his.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Oh, goodbye.
She's gone. And there's that mirror again.
I wonder what happened to us this time.
This doesn't feel right. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
The remains you've unraveled. Interesting. Oh gosh, she has no
There's
head.
a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there? No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond? There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side. There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last. We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist. If I did, I would already be awake. The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Oh.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Bring the prisoner's head to her, a gratuitous vessel.
You're on a path. You're here.
Yep, going on, moving in. Let's see.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Okay.
The interior of the blade.
What should we try this time? Let's try taking the blade. Let's try slaying her every single
The door
time.
to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds. Don't let it
Mama.
fool.
I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise.
I think.
Good luck, hero. You walk down the
Okay.
stairs and lock eyes with the. She's so cold. Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the two of us a chance to talk things out.
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Ooh, let's drop it this time. I tightened my grip last time.
The blade tumbles
Thank you. Maybe now.
against your back.
But
We'll be
now we're
fine.
just
I don't know what
talking
you're
again?
hoping to accomplish.
So here we are.
What
It's
an
the
awkward
same.
start to a relationship. I know.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation. Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why.
What about this one?
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help. And if you don't, I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
You have to make a choice.
Let's try
I
to keep
know you
blocking
think
her.
this is a fair compromise, but it
Adrian,
isn't.
welcome back.
No one
Aw,
wins here.
thank you for 72 months. I'm glad you're here as well.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
Oh, we're just watching her?
You turn your back to the princess and make your way to the stairs.
It won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? Either way, she dropped her mask. You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way. You close the basement
Oh.
door, locking it behind you and quickly
This is
barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once
Thank
held
you,
the
Scarlet.
blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyway.
Holy.
It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying.
Monka.
Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You won't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Go to sleep. Threaten me all you want, all it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster. Go to sleep.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you
We
just
will be going to
don't
sleep.
pay
Good
attention
night.
to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet.
So she's a sleep
and
paralysis
then your
demon.
legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
Oh God.
Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die.
The nightmare. This is different.
You're on a path. You're here to
Okay. Let's go to the cabin.
Oh, she will lie? I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or
That's
at least
true.
she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust
Ooh, voice
anyone.
of the paranoid. This is new. I've tried turn around and leave, but the world just ends anyways.
The interior of the
Whoa.
cabin is plain, the
is
smooth wood of the
freaky.
walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it. Hold on.
Yeah, where's
What
the
happened to
door?
the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits,
The man
and only
is
you
scared.
can do it.
I want to approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next. What are you talking about? This isn't. You reach forward and rub. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Whoa.
We
Let's
should
go
have
down
taken
to
a
the
knife again.
basement.
I don't think she's going to take an olive branch. We need something sharper. You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness. More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes.
So many eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and
Blink,
blood.
blink.
If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
Oh.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? Didn't you hear my warning a minute ago? She can't be trusted. Talking won't do you any good. Something tells me she isn't going to be very keen on talking anyway. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones, visible against the inky black of the basement, mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
And... Hello, Sleuth. How are you? A reading game. No, I'm not even reading. Someone's reading for me. You're wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like wondering if like how many different versions of the princess there is. And like I'm curious about, oh yeah, I guess I'm kind of reading the choices. But it's mostly being read to me. But yeah, I'm wondering like how many versions of herself there is. And like what it means to be able to get all of them or not get all of them or only get some of them, like what the difference is, you know? Yeah, it's very interesting. Bum, 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 bum. Thank you.
Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're
There's not
looking
that
at
many.
like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go,
Okay.
I'm going to find you.
Oh god.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
No little knife this time. It's almost like you want me to get you.
There has to be a way out of this.
So freaky.
Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air
God.
as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Again, your eyes shoot
God.
open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Heart,
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
she isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent.
That's
Don't
true.
lose
Why
sight
isn't
of your
she?
mission. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs. And how are we supposed to do that? We don't have a weapon. And the way out of here is nowhere to be seen.
Hi, Slith. Happy New Year.
That isn't my fault. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward,
Oh, God.
bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Heart, lung, liver, nerves.
She slowly runs
Oh.
her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Hey, snap out of it.
Oh, God.
Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, you're back. Lungs,
One moment, and then you're gone.
liver,
Just
heart,
like
lungs,
that.
liver,
Ah,
heart,
and there's the fear.
She pulls away.
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, 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 lungs, liver.
Kind of a jam.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Would you look at that? You're suggesting exactly what I want. Somebody's ahead of the curve.
Hi, Twice.
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then, well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can move without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Lungs.
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
Lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
Heart, lungs, livers, nerves, heart, lungs, livers, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Oh no, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side.
Oh,
A
okay.
little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
Heart, lungs,
Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
What?
Heart,
No!
lungs, liver,
I knew you'd come around. Oh, this is going to be so wonderful.
No, I'm not going to let this happen. Before you can utter another word, your body stops moving.
Do you think you can just wrest control away from us? This body's barely functioning as it is.
Oh.
Doesn't the world
Hi,
end
Gerclose.
if we fail to stop her? Won't letting us die here just make it end faster?
Shit.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lung, liver, nerves.
Heart.
With a flick of the princess's wrist, the stairs slide back into place. I can't believe you're making me watch you damn everyone to torment and oblivion.
Come along now. You don't want to be stuck down here.
Lungs,
The princess glides onto the stairs and beckons you to follow.
Oh, God.
If only you had a weapon. This would be the perfect opportunity to use it. But we don't. We've already made our choice.
liver.
We can still grab it on the way out.
Ooh.
You're not wrong, but maybe you should let me handle the suggestions for the time being. Just focus on keeping us alive.
Heart, lungs, liver,
Let's slow down now.
nerves, heart, lungs,
You step onto the basement stairs, following the princess as she ascends. Pins and needles punctuate your every step, an uncomfortable and constant reminder of your mortality. Is this really worth it? At least it's a choice. That doesn't justify anything. A terrible choice is still terrible.
Make sure you keep up. We wouldn't want you to fall.
As if acting on instinct, you
Wee.
crane your neck and look behind you. There is nothing there.
liver. The princess reaches the top of the stairs and taps on the door. Her head twists back in your direction, watching you with dead eyes as the way out creaks open. Don't forget that your pristine blade is still on the other side. You can still make this right. You can still save everyone. You can still save yourself from becoming her tormented pet. There's no harm in us having a weapon. All it does is give us more options, and we are dangerously low on those right now. Have you considered that maybe you could operate the autonomic nervous system for a bit? Everyone is trying to manipulate us, and I can only do so many things at once to keep us alive.
Heart? Liver?
Liver? Your body seizes violently as you regain consciousness on the floor of the cabin. No! You're doing it all wrong. You're supposed to do it like this. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. I guess I have to do everything around here, don't I? Heart, lungs.
Hi, Shido.
Nerves.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Heart, lungs, liver.
There we go. Back with me where you belong. I thought you might have decided to break yourself just to spite me. It's better for you that you didn't. Now we can get back to business. For starters, we won't need this where we're going.
The princess plucks the blade from the floor and tosses it through the door behind you.
There it goes.
It vanishes into the inky black of the basement, never to be seen again. Guess we're not stabbing her in the back. I guess not. I'm going to fix myself a stiff drink. If I'm about to watch you hand the world to her on a silver platter, I'd rather not be sober. Liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
And now you open the door.
Nerves, heart,
I do?
There's nothing else for us to do. Liver, nerves.
Oh.
The doorknob twists in your hand.
A world of terror.
revealing
Let
the
your terrors
forested path
loose
beyond
upon
the
the
cabin.
world.
Lungs, you liver bastard. Nerves, you've actually done it. Lung, you've actually do liver.
They've doomed everyone.
It's so beautiful.
Liver,
I can't wait to ruin it.
heart,
But it's so cold, too.
Oh, yep.
It's itching against my skin.
Goodbye.
liver, nerves,
Why is it so cold?
liver.
Goodbye.
She's gone. And there's that.
I wonder what
It's-
happened to me this
It's
time.
It's calling us.
You are nothing at all. Whoa. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you
I
me?
think you know what I am.
Turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. And then another crack forms and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of... Oh. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Ooh. Hello, Danzy.
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it?
He looks like a crow.
From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is? Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo. Likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
Piece of you breaks. So you do know about the looping. So many of the times I met you, you denied it. Why did you lie to me?
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right. She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone. Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed. When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything
Oh my god,
is
it's
better than
Mal!
oblivion. In the end,
There's so many
nobody wants
memes
to
with this
leave.
cat and the other cat. Wow.
Yes, you will, but it will all be worth it. I killed myself. It had to be done, really. None of this would have worked if I was still alive. Nobody living could know about her.
Death of the author, run out of questions. Dude, there's so many choices. I don't even know what I want to do.
I've said my piece, and my time is up. It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away. You know what you have to do.
Goodbye. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Huh? Proceed into the cabin one last time. A terrifying vessel, bring the nightmare to her. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find. What? my goodness.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
Ooh.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize.
She does kind of look like a
logic
goddess,
that which
made of
defies it.
many of her.
Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Whoa. Why is she mad?
Fear is what pretends to protect us from loss. To fear death protects from losing a body. To fear ruin protects from losing status. To fear rejection protects from being known. But losing a body is contained within having a body. Losing status is contained within having status. Being known is contained within being conscious. It is in the nature of all things to transform, to go from known to hidden to known again. But when the ceaseless impermanence of all things strips away the finality of endings, what remains of fear? Is it a shelter protecting you from itself? Or is it a shelter protecting itself from you? You took fear by the hand and walked with it into the unknown. And through that, you feared nothing.
True.
Then you are one step closer to being free of your bindings.
Whoa.
To question everything is to deny proof of the reality that lies in front of you. To live alone within the caverns of your mind is to trap yourself in them forever. But you did not live alone. You found me, and we held trust in each other for no reason than to believe in something that wasn't us. Cold skepticism turned to liberation, but it required a journey to blossom. Though you have blossomed, do you have no more journeys left to make? What of those in the spaces beyond? Would you erase the path ahead to hold everyone still? Nor should you. Nor should I. Our purpose is to be and to experience.
This is very,
And their purpose is the
very,
same.
like, the entire message is about life. Every single time we've met her, she said something about life. The entire message of this game is about life. Literally every single line that she says, that she questions, that she asks, it's very intensely woke. Yes.
Your liver drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Hey. All right now. All right. Hey. Oh, he just, okay. All right.
Then there's no need for you to fight what we are. Whenever you're ready, we can leave together. Hand in loving hand.
Hand in loving hand. Okay, can you, sir?
If you need more time to open your eyes, then I will give you all the time in the world. My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, nor is there an end. There is only the flood of bodies. At every moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again.
Okay. Come here. This way. Sit. Very good. He needs the affection, and he needs it right now.
And in the end, you returned it to me. For a brief moment, you were everything. A chaos that needed ordering. But without chaos, there is no reason. You saw with a single pair of eyes what you needed dozens to comprehend. And now here we are, each with millions of eyes, and all of them opening to what we are.
Whoa.
What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons, mince the meat, grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with? A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that fear it.
Do you suffer now? Let go of what you think yourself to be, and exist.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Slay the princess, slay the princess, slay the princess. How do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece lies with you.
Free yourself. Does this mean I kill myself? You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here except for her is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You can feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Whoa. Oh my. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Oh my god, we're tripping out. You are free and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
Is this dirt? There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality, something that simply is.
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Hi, Launchpad. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contain 1,000 more. You exist and you are aware, just as you have always been, and just as you will always be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. There are no endings, only new beginnings. Interesting. So how many endings are there? Slay the princess endings. The game has no true ending, so it's purely a matter of preference. Interesting. Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of paths you can go around. Technically, there's only 2 final endings. Interesting. There's variations where inner voices approve or disapprove with you, but it doesn't change anything. 5 any princess would make her whole. There is a wall break ending. Desktop crash ending? There's an ending of leaving together through the door and not wanting to be gods, just to be together and free away from the cabin. Isn't that the one I have? Interesting. Explore. Oh, this is so funny. I think the one you have is you're both still gods but not shackled in the cabin. Oh, I see. Interesting. That was really interesting. I enjoyed that. Bum, 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 bum. Pat, 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 pat the cat. Pat, 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 pat the cat. Pat, 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 pat the cat. Gotta pat the cat. I don't think he cares. No matter how many times I pat the cat. Because she alluded that your status didn't change and that you returned to your physical body and she was free from the cabin, so you retained your status and power. You retained your status and power. Mm-hmm. That's a big yawn. He's such a cutie. A cutie patootie. Give him a little belly rub. Okay. Can I? Okay, never mind. You can stay on my lap. Okay. Nap time. Okay, let me tell you the plans for the next couple days. Tomorrow might be a solo queue day. But then, Thursday and Friday, Heather's gonna be sleeping over. So we're going to stream together. I think on Thursday we're gonna be streaming at night-ish, like later into the day. And then on Friday, we're probably gonna stream earlier on in the day, I think. Probably. Or maybe I'll stream at night. Actually, I'm not sure. But she's sleeping over this weekend, so you guys are gonna see her a bit, and we're just gonna like play some games together and hang out and stuff like that. But yeah, just kind of taking it easy. I think it's time for a nap. I'm gonna go rest my eyes because I need to put eye drops in my eye again in this one. You know, I've been sleeping with an eye mask, and it actually helps so much. It's actually quite nice to be able to, like, I don't know. It's really weird. I have like a lot of like weird, it's like not life-threatening, but really annoying things that happen with me. Like allergies, eyes, the digestive blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's pretty bright. It's just the sun. This is what happens when I stream during the day. It's just bright. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. That was a really fun game to play. I really liked like the narrative aspects and the choosing your own or like decision-making games and with like different endings and stuff like that. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow again. Maybe I don't know if I'll be able to wake up earlier. We'll try. We'll see.